installing the range hood for our kitchen. And I saw a lot of videos, and what I wanted to give you was a compilation of tips and tricks on how to install. Tip number one is if your range hood doesn't come with a template, then what you need to do is make yourself one, because that's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of headache. So what I'm going to do is I just grabbed from, if you're doing a remodel, you probably have a piece of paper or cardboard, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to lay down the range, the base of the range, and we're going to try to like make it as aligned as possible. Then we're going to have a pencil. I don't like a marker. I started with a marker, but I think the pencil is going to be better, because we're not going to be damaging our stainless steel. And we're just going to go all around and mark the spots here where the hanging brackets are going to be, which are over here and here. So that's really important to just go all around. Those are very important places, and you make your template yourself. It's easy, and it's gonna save you a lot of time once you start putting it, before you start putting it on the wall. So now that you have your template, you're gonna put it on the wall, and you're going to determine the height. I already determined the height. It's gonna be about 27 inches. And that's my preference for how I'm gonna be cooking and how I feel comfortable. Usually the range that you can have between your surface of your stove to the bottom of your range hood is about 24 to 35 inches. So just see and play around to see which is the height that is perfect for you. So far, I see here that I need to, what my situation here is, I have to patch up my wall behind this. As you can see, I have big holes from the previous installation that they had left. And what I'm gonna be doing too is, I have here what is the top of the range. It's gonna go around here. And so I am faced with several dilemmas in my installation. I have a bolted ceiling, which means that I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna put the extension. I'm gonna have to cut that extension to make it fit and so that it looks professional. And then here, what I'm gonna be doing is just marking as I did over here, but you can use also some blue tape or whatever kind of tape you have. I already marked it here with a pencil, but you also can use a guide. This is gonna be better. That way you'll see better with the tape to mark your tube, your duct. Regarding the duct, how it's gonna go out, we decided that we're gonna do around, you see these two circles here? I think I'm gonna do the opening right here in the middle, so that we have a little bit of the duct going up, and then we have to have a shoulder, 45 shoulder, that's gonna go into here, and then it's gonna go out the wall. And then this here that you see hanging here from the previous people that had installed, the fabricators, I'm gonna be putting this switch all the way over here so that it doesn't interrupt with the duct that is gonna go out over here. So far, that's what we're gonna be doing, and I'll show you as we progress. Here, I patched up the wall and repositioned the electrical switch. Your template on the wall, you're going to grab your anchor, and you're going to see the holes that are here. This is where we're gonna screw them into the wall. So what we need to do is mark the location where this bracket is gonna go, which is a little bit in to where the template is. That way it doesn't hang too high. And it's just right in the middle where you marked it. So right now what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be putting our anchors. I'm gonna be using, depending on what you're using, you're going to use your drill to open the hole. Once you have your hole done, you're gonna measure it. If it's not quite there yet, just a little bit at a time. Don't go too crazy, because then this will go right through and then you won't have a good anchor to put your screw on. You just need it to be open enough so that this can go inside, and then you can start working it by hammering, and you're going to what I like to do is I just pinch a little bit the anchor. When this is the type of anchor that you're using, I just pinch a little bit here, and then I just hammer. If it's still not quite there, you don't want to risk where it's gonna bend, so you're just gonna open up more, a little bit at a time, and I think that's good. See, it's going faster inside. Okay, so once this has gone in, that you have hammered it, you're going to go with your drill and you're going to open up the little flap. So you have to screw all the way in. And this is what's going to happen inside. All right, so now that you have everything there, you're just going to take them out. And then you're gonna put your mounting bracket right on the three spots. And don't drill all the way where it's completely screwed in, because you're gonna have to move and give way to the other two screws. We have now mounted the range hood, and what we are going to do now is just fit this ducting so that we know where we're going to open the hole here on the wall, because this is going to go outside to vent to the outside wall. So once you have this ducting, this came with a machine, you're just going to measure and see where it's going to go, mark it with a pencil. All around. And once we have done that, we're going to proceed to open the hole and add the outside vent. Here, I was explaining that it is a good idea to dry fit the duct cover and make sure that the mark you made for the hole for the 90-degree elbow is within the coverage of the duct cover. You really don't want to open a huge hole only to then have to patch it up again because you didn't make sure things were correctly measured. All right, as you can see here, I've opened the hole for the vent to go out through the wall, and since I don't have the tools to drill with the big drills that usually professionals have, I am drilling the holes just like a clock so that I can go outside and I can now mark what my hole is gonna be. And that is a little trick so that makes your life easier. Then I went outside to open the hole using the jigsaw to cut through the siding. Then I installed the 6-inch galvanized wall vent hood. Let me just give you a little preview of what happened between the installation of the ductwork that we had before. This is what came with the machine, and this bent tube is super bendy, flexible. It can move everywhere. That's a good advantage. But what happened was that the sound that came from the bent hood was horrible. We thought we were in an airport with jet engines all around us. We couldn't hear each other. I was suffering because I thought I had to return it. And so I remember that I had seen some rigid duct tubing at the home department store, and I went back and bought it. I did install it, and I'll show you a picture of it, how it ended up looking like. But night and day. Now the range hood doesn't sound as bad as it did before. So without further ado, here is the reveal of the range hood. And here's how it sounds. You can see that in the lowest, it sounds normal. And there's no great sound or noise coming from it. Here's the second setting, and this is the third setting. It also comes with a light, which is super bright, and I guess it also has a timer that I haven't really tried. So here we go. I take off the tape for you guys. I saw a lot of videos, and I'm gonna give you 4 to 35 inches, the distance that you can aim with. Ductwork. No, ductwork.